You've got big goals for the kids in your life, and I'm guessing you're pretty busy. You want your children's book collection to reflect the diversity of our communities and your anti bias values. But you just don't have time to endlessly scroll on Instagram looking at new book reviews or comb through tons of blog posts to find what you're looking for. So let me share how my anti bias children's book database can help. My searchable database will help you quickly find your next anti-bias read for your home or your classroom. Whether you're looking for an adventure story by an author of color, a decolonized history guide to go with the lessons you're doing in the classroom, or an inspiring book about anti-racism, disability justice, or climate change. Maybe you're wondering, why don't I just use all those blog posts you have that are a list of children's books? And I do have a lot of blog posts, but they're not easy to search and they may not be lined up with the topics you're looking for. Because the database is searchable, you can quickly locate what your child is interested in, whether that's mythical creatures or maybe you're wanting to do a lesson and you just need the books that are about the Reconstruction period of United States history. The database allows you to do that fast. Plus, I've organized the database tabs by age group, so you can just focus on the ages you're looking for. I also tell you which of the anti-bias children's book building blocks the book goes with. So I always encourage with younger readers, you mostly want to do books that are windows and mirrors into everyday life. While with older children, you'll start to build in books about things like personal bias and racism, different forms of oppression, history, and activism. I've also listed in the database whether audiobooks are available because I know that's really important to some children, including my own. And you'll also find more detailed background about the various identities of the main character as well as the author's identities. So let me take you in on a quick peek inside the database and we'll search for a couple of different topics so you can see how it works. So here we are inside the database and let me show you how you can use it to search. Assuming that maybe you were a teacher of 4-year-olds and this year you want to use more books about holidays around the world, here's how you could search for that. So we type in holidays and let's see what we can find. A book about the Chinese Moon Festival, Thread of Love, which is about a lovely sibling celebration, Our Favorite Day of the Year about a variety of holidays, Nora's Crescent Moon about Ramadan, Lunar New Year book, another book that's about various Jewish holidays, a story that's about Yom Kippur, LGBTQ pride. Now let's say that you're a parent who has a child who just loves to dance and likes reading books about dance. So what would you find? A book about a hula dancer who's broken gender stereotypes, another book about Indigenous dance and how it relates to religious identity, another book about Florence Mills, who was a singer and dancer during the Harlem Renaissance. And then it's taken us to the middle grade tab, so we'll stop there. Another way you can use the database is sorting it to put all of the books in a particular row together. So let's say you realize it's been a long time since you've read a book by a Black author, or maybe you're getting ready for Black History Month, and so you want to see all the books that are by Black authors. So you can go ahead and highlight all of the books in the whichever tab you want to be in. This one, we're in the middle grade book. And so you can see we have quite a few books here. And then once all of them are highlighted, you can sort them by the column that is the identities of the author. And I always list the racial ethnic identities first. So now all the tabs will be in alphabetical order by the author's identity. And so first we'll see some African authors that you could include. Then we can scroll past the Arab and Asian authors and then find all of the books by the Black authors together so that you can easily look through and see what they might fit with the interest of your children. Maybe you're a little worried, but that you're not spreadsheet savvy or great with tech, and you're wondering if you'd really be able to use the database in the ways that I'm showing you. Well, the very first tab includes instructions, both written out instructions and video instructions on how to do the things that we just talked about. I also have a tab that is just the list of the topics. And then I've broken them down into people, places, issues, identities, movements, history, social, emotional, interests, and cultures. So that way you can also double check. Let's say you're wanting to look for books about feelings, but I'm actually using the word emotions. So you just go under social, emotional concepts. You can flip through and see, oh, there's emotions. That's what I want to search for. So if you love children's books and you want to spend more time reading them with your kids or handing them over to your kids and less time trying to figure out which ones are best, purchase access to my anti-biased children's book database today.